12 strange and terrifying moments in the sky caught on camera. Hello everyone and welcome back to Discovery Fact. We're very happy to have you with us again. Dear viewers, over the past few years, the vast blue sky above us has witnessed a number of strange and unexplained phenomena that have left many people both puzzled and uneasy. Why does a perfectly normal sky suddenly turn an eerie shade of green? And what about this mysterious cloud? How could it take on the appearance of a terrifying monster, something that seems as though it belongs only in a science fiction movie? And then there are these strange spirals. What do they really mean? And what could be causing them to appear in the sky? Join Discovery Fact as we uncover the mysteries behind these bizarre moments and unusual phenomena captured on camera in today's video. Ghostly cloud reveals a rare treasure in the universe. Recently, a research team led by Keio University in Japan used two powerful telescopes, the James Clerk Maxwell Telescope in Hawaii and the 148-foot Nobuyama Radio Telescope in Nagano, Japan, to identify a mysterious cloud with an extraordinarily unusual shape. Japanese researchers described the strange dust cloud nicknamed Tadpole, which is located near the center of the Milky Way galaxy in the constellation Sagittarius, approximately 27,000 light-years from Earth. Neither the American nor the Japanese telescope detected any sign of an object large enough to have caused the unusual distortion of this mysterious cloud. By calculating how an invisible object interacts with its surroundings, including the Tadpole cloud, scientists concluded that it must be an intermediate mass black hole, an extremely rare cosmic object that astronomers consider a treasure of the universe because its origin remains difficult to explain. There are two commonly known types of black holes. The first consists of supermassive black holes such as Sagittarius A star, which reside at the centers of galaxies. The second consists of stellar mass black holes, which are the final remnants of stars that have died and collapsed under their own gravity. An intermediate mass black hole falls between these two categories, with a mass ranging from 100 to 100,000 times the mass of the Sun. So far, however, astronomers have not identified any known celestial object or formation process that fully matches a model capable of producing such black holes. Previously, scientists hypothesized that large black holes form through the merger of many smaller black holes. In other words, intermediate mass black holes may serve as the building blocks of supermassive black holes. Studying them could therefore help us better understand how black holes form and evolve, as well as how galaxies develop over time. However, because no intermediate mass black hole had been conclusively identified for many years, this hypothesis has not gained full acceptance within the scientific community. To date, only a small number of intermediate mass black holes have been identified throughout the universe. Most notably, no intermediate mass black hole has ever been conclusively proven to exist within the Milky Way, although several candidates have been discovered near the galaxy's central region. Strange spiral appears in the night sky. According to the New York Post, on January 30th, 2023, a mysterious spiral-shaped light appeared in the night sky over Hawaii, leaving many residents concerned and unsettled. The glowing spiral was first spotted near the Mauna Kea volcano on January 18th. At first, it looked like a bright moving star, but it soon changed shape, growing larger and gradually taking on the appearance of a swirling vortex. After watching videos of the phenomenon, many people speculated that it might be a mysterious alien UFO. However, after further investigation, researchers explained that the spiral in the night sky was neither a UFO nor a spacecraft. Instead, it was the result of technology associated with billionaire Elon Musk. The spiral light is believed to have been linked to a SpaceX satellite launch carried out by a Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida on behalf of the U.S. Space Force. According to researchers, after the rocket separates from its first stage, any remaining fuel must be expelled before the stage returns. The excess fuel is released into space, where it forms a spiral pattern and appears to glow as it reflects sunlight. This was not the first time such a phenomenon had been observed in Hawaii. In April of the previous year, another mysterious glowing spiral-shaped object appeared in the Hawaiian sky. At that time, SpaceX had also launched a rocket carrying a spy satellite. After launch, the rocket's second stage, which is designed for one-time use, is guided back into Earth's atmosphere. To ensure sufficient performance under varying environmental conditions, the second stage typically carries more fuel than the mission actually requires. If the stage were to re-enter the atmosphere with leftover propellant still on board, there would be a risk of explosion. Therefore, after the second stage separates, any excess propellant is intentionally depleted before the stage re-enters the atmosphere and burns up. During this fuel release process, a spiral-shaped trail is created, producing the remarkable swirling pattern that we can see in the video. Mysterious tornadoes. For a long time, tornadoes have been known as one of nature's most terrifying phenomena because of their incredible destructive power. A tornado is a violently rotating column of air that extends from the ground up to a cumulonimbus cloud, forming a funnel-shaped or spiral-shaped vortex that hangs down from the cloud like a giant trunk. Tornadoes typically develop from severe thunderstorms, powerful storm systems, or strong to extremely strong squall lines. As a result, wherever intense thunderstorms occur, tornadoes may also form. Fortunately, tornadoes are relatively rare, despite the devastating damage they can cause. Weaker tornadoes may snap tree branches and tear roofs off houses. However, the destructive force of the strongest tornadoes is almost beyond imagination. They can completely destroy well-built homes, lift vehicles into the air, and throw them hundreds of yards away, and even uproot massive centuries-old trees with ease. Even more frightening, however, are fire tornadoes, sometimes referred to as fire whirls or fire devils. These terrifying columns of swirling fire can carry flames from one location to another, igniting new fires and burning everything in their path. They can cause widespread destruction and have contributed to some of the deadliest and most devastating fire disasters in history. The UFO-shaped monster cloud. On January 19, 2023, a giant eye-shaped cloud appeared above a mountain at sunrise and could be seen from the districts of Kestel, Gursu, Yildirim, Osman Gazi, and Nilüfer in the Bursa region of Turkey. According to witnesses, the cloud was enormous in size, ring-shaped, and displayed a brilliant orange-red color. Many people were surprised and amazed by the unusual sight, using their phones to take photos and record videos of this rare natural phenomenon. The images and videos quickly spread across social media platforms, attracting widespread public attention. After viewing the footage of the strange cloud, some people suggested that it resembled an alien unidentified flying object, or UFO. One social media user commented, "It's fascinating. It looks like something straight out of a science fiction movie about aliens." Others even speculated that the giant cloud hovering over the Bursa region might be a monster cloud. However, experts later provided a scientific explanation for the phenomenon. Scientists at the Turkish State Meteorological Service explained that it was a lenticular cloud, a type of cloud that commonly forms over high mountains in alignment with the direction of the wind. When stable, moisture-rich air flows over a large atmospheric disturbance created by a mountain, a series of large standing waves can develop on the downwind side. If the temperature at the crest of one of these waves falls below the dew point, the suspended water vapor condenses, forming a lenticular cloud. In other words, the giant cloud that appeared over the skies of Bursa was simply a lenticular cloud, nothing more. Strange object flying in the sky. Recently, an incident in China left many people frightened and on edge when a bizarre-looking flying object was seen hovering in the sky, sparking speculation that it might be something extraterrestrial. However, once the police arrived at the scene, everyone breathed a sigh of relief. According to reports, after a storm had passed, a woman stepped outside her home and accidentally spotted a strange object floating in the sky in front of her house. Video footage clearly showed that the object had a mysterious appearance. From a distance, it looked like a giant octopus with multiple tentacles trailing behind it as it hovered in the air. Meanwhile, the woman who recorded the video was convinced that the object was an alien entity. Alarmed by the unusual sight, she contacted Chinese police in hopes of finding a reasonable explanation. However, when the police department dispatched dozens of officers to investigate the scene, the situation turned out to be both surprising and amusing. The mysterious object reported by the woman was actually nothing more than a kite. The kite had been designed to resemble a giant octopus, When the storm struck, its string snapped, allowing it to drift freely through the sky. It eventually came to a stop only after the remaining line became tangled in power lines near the woman's home. Although many people laughed and criticized the woman for being overly suspicious, the truth is that the kite did appear quite eerie when viewed from a distance. Under those circumstances, mistaking it for something mysterious was understandable, especially at a time when reports of unusual and unexplained phenomena in the sky seem to be appearing more frequently than ever. Fire rainbow. This phenomenon is known as a circumhorizontal arc, more commonly referred to as a fire rainbow. It is an optical phenomenon belonging to the halo family and is formed when sunlight or moonlight is refracted through flat ice crystal plates suspended in the atmosphere. These ice crystals are typically found in cirrus or cirrostratus clouds. In its full form, a fire rainbow appears as a broad, colorful band displaying a brilliant spectrum of colors, with red at the top. The arc runs parallel to the horizon and appears far below the sun or the moon. Now here is another mysterious phenomenon. A strange fireball that appeared over a road near Yekaterinburg, approximately 1,000 miles east of Moscow. It was captured by a driver's dashcam as it streaked across the sky. Although no sound was recorded, the unusual explosion-like object changed color from orange to yellow and then to a brilliant white over a period of about 11 seconds. To this day, Russia's emergency services have declined to comment on what may have caused the mysterious event. According to a regional television station, neither meteorologists nor scientists were able to provide an explanation for the strange phenomenon. A local observatory also stated that nothing was known to have fallen from the sky on the day the bright flash appeared. As a result, this phenomenon remains a mystery to humanity even today. Terrifying face in the sky. Jeremy Fletcher, an amateur photographer, captured a remarkable image of a human face-shaped cloud while taking a walk along the beach at Snettisham. After seeing the photograph, some residents of Norfolk County, England, firmly believe that the face-shaped cloud appearing in the western sky was a sign of God's presence. Mr. Fletcher said that he spotted the cloud while standing on Snettisham Beach and looking out toward the Wash. The cloud appeared in the stretch of sky between Norfolk and Lincolnshire. According to reports, the unusual cloud formed at sunset during a period of unusual weather conditions. As it took shape, it appeared to resemble the face of a bearded man with a thick, full beard. Fletcher noted that the face seemed to be looking down toward the shoreline where he was standing. While some religious observers believed that the face on the cloud closely resembled Jesus Christ, Fletcher himself thought it looked more like Scottish actor Sean Connery or even the political philosopher Karl Marx. Psychologists, however, describe the experience of seeing recognizable faces or objects in unstable backgrounds such as clouds, rock formations, or desert sand as a visual illusion known as pareidolia. When we observe a cloud formation, the human brain naturally tries to interpret it as something familiar and meaningful. As a result, clouds may remind us of faces, animals, or other objects. Because perception varies from person to person, different people can see entirely different images in the very same cloud formation. The green sky. Recently, the United States has been hit by a series of powerful storms. On Tuesday, July 5th, southern South Dakota was battered by severe weather, and local residents witnessed a strange and unsettling sight as the sky turned an eerie shade of green. According to ABC News, residents of the area observed a green-colored sky as the storm system moved through Sioux Falls later that evening. Meteorologists explain that storms like this are known as derechoes, a type of severe convective storm. These storms move rapidly, cover vast areas, and are capable of causing extreme damage. According to the U.S. National Weather Service, the storm clouds filter different wavelengths of light, scattering primarily blue light. When this blue light mixed with the reddish hues produced by the setting sun, it gradually caused the sky to take on a green appearance. Witnessing such an unusual sky left many people frightened. Faced with the eerie green atmosphere, some could not help but compare it to scenes from horror movies or ancient myths, while others saw it as a sign that some catastrophic end-of-the-world disaster might be about to strike the region. The mystery of the city in the sky. People often say that after the rain comes a rainbow, but for residents of Foshan City in Jiangxi Province in China, What appeared after a rainstorm was something entirely different. Instead of a rainbow, they witnessed what looked like an entire city floating in the sky, seemingly appearing out of nowhere. Soon afterward, countless amateur historians, geographers, and online astronomy enthusiasts began offering theories about the origin of this mysterious city. Some speculated that it was the remains of a long-lost civilization. Others suggested it might be a base belonging to an extraterrestrial organization. There were even those who embraced supernatural explanations, believing that the Cloud City, with its densely packed buildings, was actually a ghost city haunted by spirits dwelling within it. However, in an effort to clarify the rumors surrounding this so-called second world, Chinese meteorological experts stepped in with a scientific explanation. According to the experts, the phenomenon was actually a rare type of mirage known as Fata Morgana. Put simply, the buildings appearing among the clouds were the result of atmospheric conditions that developed after the rain. Light reflected from distant high-rise buildings, combined with strong temperature contrasts in the air, caused the images to become distorted and elevated. This optical effect projected the buildings into the sky, creating the illusion of a floating city, just as seen in the video. What appeared to be a mysterious city in the clouds was, in reality, a fascinating trick of light and the atmosphere. The sun wearing armor. On April 14, 2022, in Quang Ngai, Vietnam, residents began sharing a video that appeared to show a strange transformation of the sun. In the footage, the yellow sun seemed to be covered by a mysterious, massive band of red light. Gradually, the red glow formed a ring around the outer edge of the sun, making it look as though it were wearing a suit of armor. Meanwhile, the center of the sun appeared unusually blotchy and uneven. What made the phenomenon even more astonishing was that the bright red ring seemed to move continuously, giving the impression that the sun was a giant sphere engulfed in flames. The strange sight lasted only a few minutes before disappearing, leaving many people shocked and confused. Rumors quickly began to spread, with some claiming that it was an omen of impending disasters, since unusual celestial phenomena are often associated with misfortune and calamity in popular belief. To explain the event, meteorological experts stated that it was simply a normal light refraction phenomenon, and that there was no reason for the public to be overly concerned. However, many people remained unconvinced and felt that the explanation did not fully account for what they had witnessed. So, what do you think caused this mysterious phenomenon? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Angels appearing in the sky. When people think of angels, they often imagine a radiant being descending from the heavens, a divine messenger with pure white wings sent to save humanity. Since ancient times, stories about angels have been passed down from generation to generation and have appeared in many religions and belief systems throughout Western culture. But what if one day we were able to witness angels with our own eyes? One notable story took place in 2008 in North Carolina. A woman named Colleen Banton claimed that an angel healed her daughter. According to reports, her daughter Chelsea was suffering from a severe illness and her left lung appeared to be almost completely destroyed. The young girl was being kept alive with the assistance of a breathing machine, and Banton had prepared herself for the worst. Then, according to her account, a mysterious beam of light appeared. Shortly afterward, Chelsea was suddenly able to breathe on her own using her own lungs and strength. Many people believe that the girl had somehow returned from the brink of death through a miracle brought about by an angel. Another intriguing case comes from Indonesia. Footage captured by an automatic security camera in South Jakarta appeared to record something highly unusual. In the video, a white winged figure suddenly descends to the ground and then disappears, leaving people at a nearby shopping center watching in shock. Upon closer inspection, the white figure appears somewhat human, with long hair and large white wings. Perhaps the most controversial claim involving angels came from a video uploaded in 2014 by a YouTuber named Carlos. The footage appears to show two winged creatures moving among the clouds. The longer viewers watch, the more clearly they seem to see that the figures possess arms and legs, resembling human bodies. Could these really be images of actual angels? What do you think about these videos and photographs? Do you believe angels truly exist? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. Mysterious object explodes, illuminating hundreds of miles across the Australian sky. At approximately 9:22 p.m. on Saturday, May 21st, a meteor appeared and exploded in the sky over northern Queensland, Australia. The event was captured by smartphones, dash cams, and security cameras from local businesses. After the footage was shared on social media, it quickly attracted widespread attention from internet users. The videos show a fireball rapidly entering Australian airspace, leaving a bright green trail behind it. At the same time, residents of the town of Croydon, located about 310 miles west of Cairns, reported on social media that they had felt a mild shockwave and heard a loud boom from the meteor's explosion. Meanwhile, astrophysicist Brad Tucker of the Australian National University stated that the meteor was likely relatively small, measuring between 1.6 and 3.3 feet in diameter. Most meteors are composed of chondritic rock. However, the green color observed before impact was most likely caused by fragments of iron and nickel burning as the object passed through Earth's atmosphere. Tucker explained that impacts from meteors of this size generally do not leave craters because they break apart before reaching the ground. Essentially, friction builds up as the meteor travels through the atmosphere, producing the bright glow. It then reaches its breaking point, resulting in an intense flash of light and a powerful explosion. Fortunately, this meteor was only a small rock. Scientists are far more concerned about meteors measuring between 33 and 66 feet in diameter. A notable example occurred in 2013 when a 66-foot-long meteor exploded over the Russian city of Chelyabinsk. The energy released was equivalent to approximately 500 kilotons of TNT. The explosion generated a powerful shockwave that shattered windows in 3,600 buildings and apartment complexes while severely damaging the roofs of several factories throughout the city. At its peak brightness, the Chelyabinsk meteor shone 30 times brighter than the sun, and people as far as 19 miles away could still suffer burns to their skin and retinas. Tucker noted that meteors penetrating Earth's atmosphere like this enter our skies every month. However, because most of Earth's surface is uninhabited, these events often go unnoticed by the general public. Dear friends, we've just explored some of the most mysterious and fascinating moments ever witnessed in the sky. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give Discovery Fact a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss any of our future discoveries and amazing explorations. For now, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video.